Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel Couch Co-op. We got Grim and Shafes.
Hey guys.
Today we got a little bit of a different type of video. So I'm going to let Schaefer go ahead and intro this, so enjoy.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like you guys digging the collection showcase. So here we are.
They love all of our crap. No,
yeah. And since it is Halloween and I am a friggin' huge horror fan. I'm just going to say for that. I am a huge horror fan. As you can see behind me, these are my games, and in front of me.
I do not like, well actually let's be honest, I don't really like horror, but I like some of the horror games, Castlevania, but go ahead.
Yeah, he won't watch movies.
I'm
just,
big chicken. You can
he
fill in your
yeah.
own word there if you want.
He can't do it. So,
I'm a wimp.
you know, but he has agreed to sacrifice himself for his insanity. To play through some of the games here. I mean, I guess really on our list, there's only one truly horrifying game, I guess, if you could categorize it.
Right.
And in my opinion, one of the scariest. But, you know, later on we'll do other ones. Due to some limitations, we couldn't do my favorite series of all time, I guess. But, yeah, anyway. So the reason why I like horror, it's just something I've always enjoyed even as a kid. You know, Alien and Predator were huge as we were kids.
Yeah.
So that was something I always kind of was like, it was there, but it was the forbidden fruit.
Right.
And then of course Jason Voorhees. Freddy Krueger didn't really scare me for some reason.
He's the one with knives. Right?
He's great. I mean, it's good stuff, but I don't know what it is about Voorhees. It's just it's creepier.
Right.
And Michael Myers is another one.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Even the re-release.
Well,
but
oddly enough, part of the reason why I don't like horror is at a very young age, I would say probably 7 or less, probably the early 90s, my father showed me Chucky, or it's called
Child's
Play, right?
Yeah,
That's what it's called.
Yeah,
and that kind of turned me off to the whole genre and making me who I am. So
I unauthentically did not know that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So that's kind of why I don't like horror. But go ahead, sorry.
I mean, I have a funny story with Chucky as well. You know, Child's Play came out, and I believe Child's Play 2 was like the one I remembered, you know, more so because the theatrical poster was him cutting off like a Jack-in-a-Box hat or head,
Yeah.
you know. So anyway, with scissors. So anyway, so yeah, like dummies were another one. That was always like just dolls in general.
No,
I
for
suppose.
sure.
But anyway, so you know, in celebration of this, we're doing this Halloween special. We're gonna pick 3 games. This one was kind of random, I'll be honest, but we kind of recorded it, and then Halloween kind of creeped up, and it was like, well, hey, why not? And
Yeah.
I don't think it's a game a lot of people talk about.
Yeah, I never heard of it before we played it. It's a unique experience, and I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially side-scrolling beat 'em up, night slashers. It was a game that came out in 1993 by Dead East.
Okay.
Yeah, I said the arcade.
It's an arcade game.
Yeah. So, I mean, honestly, that's probably why none of us really heard it.
Right.
But the thing that is kind of interesting that I found out in researching for this video, surprise.
We just don't come up here and just talk. Okay.
So that the Japanese version is actually a lot more hardcore than the American one, which is kind of disappointing.
Like violence or
Yes.
difficulty?
But with a level of violence,
Okay.
to my knowledge, it seems the game, I don't see anything that came across that it said the difficulty was any different. It was just mostly, there's different things. You know, one I thought that was really funny was the go sign that tells you to go to the next screen. It flashes for a bit, and then it flips over, and it says, "To hell in blood."
Oh, that's pretty interesting.
And then it flashes a couple while, then it goes back to go. So that was pretty cool.
Okay.
Typical censorship because they thought it would be offensive to Americans. They took away the Christopher, one of the characters we'll talk about later. He had a blue crystal.
Okay.
In the American version, but actually in Japan it was a cross.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but that to me that's horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, really, that's going to offend people that God is protecting, even though a majority of America, I'm sure at the time, was probably Christian in some degree.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's one. Of course, there's more blood. There's more pictures and dialogue in the cutscenes,
Right.
and then as well as there's dismemberment.
Okay.
So body parts will fly off like as you kill them. So yeah, but then there's, like I said, the three characters. There's like a total cybernetic. It says an American cybernetic or psychic cyborg. Excuse me, American psychic cyborg.
It's like they rolled 3 dice and created this character.
Yeah. I just think about the Family Guy manatees.
So far.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll put that one up there. So yeah. Anyway, his name is Jake White.
Okay.
I keep on wanting to say Jack White because he's
The White Stripes.
my boy. And then there's Christopher Smith, the guy that I spoke about earlier. He's the European vampire hunter.
Okay.
He seems to be the leader. We did not play him in this playthrough. And then there is Zhao Hong Hui, right?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I wouldn't be able to do
No?
it any justice.
Oh, okay. Martial artist proficient in the mystic arts.
The Mystic Arts. Is this like Doctor Strange Mystic Arts? Is that kind of?
Yeah, I mean, well, she had the Firebird, right?
Yes, it's like a
something
phoenix
like that.
or something like
Yeah,
that.
that was her element. That was another thing. They each had their own elements.
Okay.
Christopher's was water and ice, and then Jake was lightning.
Okay. Yeah.
So, surprised the blonde guy had lightning. So yeah, and in our, like I said, I played Jake. I didn't play Hong Hui.
Yeah.
I'm going to give another try at the name. The second game we play is actually going to be something from our child. I'm just going to cut that part. Another game from, I guess, more so our adulthood.
Right.
But a game, it's called House of the Dead 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And I believe that is by over there.
Just go ahead and show it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing special. But anyway, the reason why that's like significance to us is you know, Grim and I played a lot of it, I guess shortly after college,
Yeah.
when we were all living back at our parents,
Yeah.
you know, and the Wii came out, and that was hot stuff, and he actually had it, and I was like, hot damn, I need to get this, because in high school, a friend of mine used to bring his Dreamcast, and he had House of the Dead 2 on it, and that we played it a ton, and good stuff.
Wasn't there a special attachment or a gun?
Yeah, it was. You had to purchase a special gun attachment. That was
Okay.
basically a wired controller.
Okay.
But and I think it must have been light because I think at the time it was still CRT.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Yes, it had to have been.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put it up there anyway. So yeah. So just brief history on it. I played it a lot in
High school?
Well, yeah, I would say early high school. It was the first game in the arcades.
Right. I remember seeing that the cabinet as I walked by.
Oh yeah, it was a game. What's the one that had the multi-levels and stuff like that? Where there's like multi-level arcade. You know what I'm talking about?
Where there's Magic Planet.
It used to be in Troy.
Troy.
It was game. It started with game.
Oh, GameWorks.
Yes, thank you. There you go. I had that. That's where I played the bejesus out of it because you basically had unlimited credits.
Nice.
So yeah. Anyway, so House of the Dead, like I said, at my friend's place. House of the Dead 3. Oh yeah, House of the Dead 2 came out in '98. It came out on Dreamcast '99. And then House of the Dead 3 came out in 2002. That was, you know, again another mystic animal on another mountaintop that basically, you know, I didn't get to play until this collection came out.
Right.
And like I said, we played the crap out of it. One of the best things I think was in the training scenes. I'll clip it.
Failed.
In like if you fail, this guy comes up and goes, fail. And then just puts his head down and goes, like real slowly, he shakes his head. It's just hilarious. Because it authentically hurts on the inside.
Right. It's like, oh.
So, yeah, so I guess that's really I got to say about that. You know, it's a good game, like, to banter while playing.
Right.
So.
Yeah, for me specifically, a lot of good memories after college, you know, just trying to, in between doing our jobs at that point and just kind of relaxing and, you know, destroying undead, zombie, whatever things were flying at you because there's a plethora of different enemies. And it was something that was, you know, like when you do a gun game at like arcades, you know, you're spending buttloads of money because it's usually what $1 per play, especially like the games that I really like Time Crisis was like easily $1 or something like that, $1.50.
Yeah, probably.
And so like this was nice to have it on a console because sometimes you don't have like, you know, $20-$30 to drop it to play through, and it's even harder sometimes when you're alone. So
I mean, in all honesty though, it is hard. It'll be easy on our playthrough because I unlocked all the stuff up for it,
right? Because
I got really good, and I love this goddamn game,
right?
But I mean, the Wii was made for it.
No, for sure.
I mean, come on, like absolutely. Holy mackerel! It was better than the Dreamcast even because I think the motion tracking and all of that was a lot better.
Right.
My mini Wii joystick.
Right.
So yeah. Anyway, yeah. I mean, I guess that's really all I got on that one.
And then yeah, week 3 is another title that you have fond memories of.
Yeah, this one. Well, this is the game that, like I said earlier, that we're gonna film, and I'm gonna have the screen minimized a little bit more on the gameplay on this video because I want to have Graham's reactions a little more on display in that one. We're going to play Dead Space. Huge fucking fan of this. Fucking good. Big fan. Yes.
Yeah. I'll have to we'll have to count how many times I jump behind the couch. And, you know, just fearing and cowering of everything.
I mean, I absorbed the material in this game. Apparently there weren't enough of me in the world because ultimately the franchise died. Mm-hmm. Dead Space 3 was the nail in the coffin. It was terrible. But honestly, Dead Space 2, I'd say it is close. A lot of people think it's a lot better than the first one. I think it's about on the same level.
Right. I see that there's a connectivity for Dead Space 3. Was that the primary way to play it?
What do you mean?
This connect.
Oh, you can command. There was a co-op player in the game.
Got it.
And it's like it was kind of like what Resident Evil did at 5 and 6. But I don't know. It's definitely the black sheep. I don't enjoy it personally. I haven't opened this and I don't even know if this is worth it. But for the thing, it took everything worthwhile out of there. Oh yeah, it just kind of shows. Yeah, I think it's just the art and stuff like that. Yeah, that's
so apparently this is something I have to look forward to. Let us know if you enjoyed Dead Space the series, and you know if there's any fond memories of this particular game. You know, share these moments and feelings with Chase here on how and reminiscent about this game, because I have no idea much about this game at all.
I mean, I have this is to demonstrate that I have the collector's edition for 3. I'll kind of run through this real quick because honestly, like I said, 3 is the redheaded stepchild of it. But you know, you just open that page and it's got like more collectible crap in it. It's not worth it. And okay, so yeah, I read all the books. I have the Ultimate Collector's Edition for Dead Space 1. Only 1,000 copies were made. It even has the signature from Chris Schofield, who basically was like the pioneer and leader behind the whole this game coming to be. He was the force behind it. Mm-hmm. He actually got promoted right afterwards. Yeah. So anyway, this is the comic that came in it. I think I have the box at my parents', so I'll have to get that at some point. But yeah, anyway, that's proof that I have it. But it had like patches in it. Came with the comic book. Came with a signed print from Ben Templesmith.
Oh yeah, he's a phenomenal artist and he's super nice. Met him too at Comic Con.
Yeah, yeah. So he did the art and story for that. Probably a little leading into it. But anyway, so yeah, I read it all. I read all the books. They're pretty good. Very violent. Series is hyper violent. It's a lot like Alien.
Okay.
Except instead of an alien species being born and created, like it's more of a virus.
Okay.
And it takes over your body and then morphs the body.
Okay.
It's like an organic virus.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, anyway, the first game is what we'll play. We'll get to the other ones later. We'll probably play just the first maybe 4 hours of it, just for timing. We are adults and we have other jobs. Shocking.
Oh.
So we're going to kind of be a little limited with what we could do here. But yeah, so anyway, I just kind of wanted to go through real quick. I mean, here's things of note. I'm a huge Castlevania fan, so I have Castlevania NES version and then Castlevania the disc version.
This is the same game though, right?
Yes, it is. This is complete in box Castlevania, but
Here, throw them on over here.
I
I'll
mean,
just show them off.
you could open it if you want.
Yeah,
This is complete in box Castlevania 3. That is actually easier slightly because Grant can throw to the dagger instead of just stabbing.
Right. I heard. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Oh no. I couldn't find my Symphony of the Night, but here is the Rondo of Blood, which is the prequel to it. That one, I actually just broke that damn case and pulling it out of the shelf.
Oh no.
So one of the pegs isn't in there.
You could swap it out for another one, eh?
Maybe, yeah, probably, right? So they made Castlevania Dracula X Chronicles was basically a redone of Rondo of Blood.
Okay.
Just because at the time, Rondo of Blood had never come to the States translated. So that was that. And then this is another one. I kickstarted I backed the Kickstarter for Bloodstained, which was made from Iga, which is the guy that kind of helped. I think he jumped on Castlevania 3.
Okay.
And then, so yeah, that's the collector's edition. It's not the biggest one that you can get, but for game-wise, I guess it's the lowest level of collector's edition that you can get, but it comes with the pins. That's actually a tattoo that I'll probably never use, you know. So yeah, anyway, things of note, Alien Isolation, great fucking game. We'll definitely play that one time. That's one that you gotta...
Well, the interesting thing
that game scared the crap out of me.
Alien is a really big franchise that you love and one of our mutual friends absolutely loves.
Yes.
And so, it'd be interesting to for me to just watch me act like a complete chicken watching you play this game, and then on top of that, just the love of the lore and then just the love of the franchise itself, because though I haven't probably watched all of Alien 1 and Aliens, which is the second one,
You haven't seen Aliens all the way through?
I haven't seen either of them all the way through because...
You get too scared?
No, one's not horrible, but it's very quiet, right?
It is slow, yeah. It is slow.
It's just time. I haven't seen it, but I just, the amount of times that I can recount where you're talking about it and our mutual friend is just talking about it and just scene by scene on certain things and just explaining the great vastness of this particular universe and the xenomorphs and all that type of stuff. And it's a very interesting franchise that I would eventually probably sit down, probably if I have time this October. I actually own both of them on Blu-ray, so I could probably watch them at some point.
I mean, to me, it's a series. You kind of have to pick and choose and take it as it is. I mean, not every movie is great, don't get me wrong, but the first two are very good.
You're talking about every Star Wars is good.
Not the same movie. And the thing that's funny is the first two movies, they can appeal to two totally different demographics because one's very actiony and one's very slow burn horror.
Right. As I've watched some perspectives of the game over the last couple of years, I've seen and I hear how they contrast in aspects of how they're presented.
Yeah.
And I can totally understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. I mean, but the game captures the first movie's atmosphere 100%. It's great. We'll definitely play that one time. I have the Nostromo edition, so what they did is they recreated scenes from the original movie in the game, and all the actors came back shortly. I think the guy that plays sorry, I can't think of the name right now. A lot going through my head, but he passed away shortly after doing his voice for this game.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about because I met him at a comic convention. He was sitting behind us with that mutual friend of ours.
Yeah, he's the guy that always says, "Yeah." Oh, dang it.
Is he the guy who says "Game over, dude"?
No, that's Hudson.
Okay. We'll throw it up there.
Yeah. True. What am I thinking? So anyway, Fatal Frame 2. That is debatably the best game or Fatal Frame game. I have played it. I had Fatal Frame 3 and played it and thought it was just okay and actually traded it in. But so yeah, anyway. Bloodborne, that game crippled me at one point because I ran out of potions that saved me from this one thing and didn't realize it. And I got stuck permanently and would have to start from frickin' ever. So anyway, other two great games. We'll definitely do Nightmare on Elm Street. That is actually 2 players.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and Friday the 13th would actually be another solid one to play 2 players, only because it's so convoluted. It's actually better to play with 2 people.
Right. Actually, I'm gonna get a little closer just because I want them to actually see.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, and then this game, actually, Night Trap is, I bought this because, so this game was one of the reasons why the ratings guide came out.
The ESRB.
Mm-hmm. So, that's that, and then a game we'll eventually get to because Grim's a huge hockey fan.
Yep.
Is Mutant League Hockey. So, that's a game that I loved personally as a kid. We played a lot of, but I'll save that for the video.
It's weird, as much as I love hockey and I've played a bunch of hockey games, I've actually never played Mutant League Hockey before. So I'm very excited to try this out at some point.
It's very brutal. It's like Blitz of the NFL, kind of,
Sure.
where you want to hurt the other player.
Yeah. The equivalent for me would be NHL Hits or Gretzky 3D Hockey.
Oh, yeah. So Splatterhouse is a game that's always been kind of mystical to me. My mom would never let me buy it or rent it as a kid because she thought it was too scary.
Okay.
Because the covers are pretty scary.
Right. Looks pretty brutal on the back.
But they made a reboot in 2008, I believe, for the Xbox 360 and PS3. But I played it and just recently because I had read reviews and people were like, no, it's actually pretty solid. And it is. It's actually a pretty good game. But it comes with the 3 original games.
Oh, okay.
On the disc after you beat the game. You unlock them.
Oh, that's really cool.
So it was like, and the games are super expensive. So there's a pro tip for you guys if you want to save some money. So yeah, and then House of the Dead, which you saw.
Which we'll play at some point.
So Silent Hill is another one that we'll play eventually. Huge fan. This is actually a Silent Hill shirt. I'll just run through this real quickly. I have all the games that really are worth anything in the storyline of the series.
Right.
Yeah, they're all right here. Oh, I forgot to show this. This is the gun from Dead Space. It was in a collector's edition for 2. So yeah, anyway, Silent Hill, big fan. I have a lot of Silent Hill stuff, mostly merchandise. I have a T-shirt. It was in one of our first videos. That's the Silent Hill 2 one. But I have the record soundtracks. I think his name is Akira. Sorry, I should have read this first. Oh no, they didn't credit him on there. They just said it was Konami Digital Entertainment.
Do you want me to look it up real quick?
I'll just throw it up there.
Throwing it up.
That's fucking wild. I wonder if that was a licensing issue or something.
Possibly.
But anyway, this one's really gruesome. I love the art on this one. So this is, you crash your car in the beginning when you lose your daughter, but this is God, the final boss at the end. Spoiler.
No!
Spoiler for a game that came out in '99. Yeah, so anyway, that's that. Castlevania, I have every Castlevania soundtrack. I'll just run through the notable ones. I have all the Mondo ones. This is Castlevania 1, probably my favorite. Castlevania 3 is
Has a
pretty
map
solid.
of the castle, huh?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, and the art's pretty solid. I believe this was Rob Jones. Oh no, Becky Clunan, excuse me. The direction was the last person I studied. And then this is Symphony of the Night. Everybody busting that over this.
Yeah.
And
This is I think one of my more favorite Castlevanias that I played, and actually came close to beating a couple times, and unfortunately.
Rondo with Blood, honestly, is probably, in my opinion, it captures kind of more of like the 16-bit era, but I like the art on the inside. It flips because Dracula X was the Super Nintendo version that was kind of totally different, and then Rondo with Blood. So yeah, it was. I had it flipped upside down because of the way I was looking, but yeah, that's that. And then the back of it, that's Dracula.
Nice.
It's kind of really cool art, I thought. But yeah, then Dead Space.
Well. You know, we both really love Halloween, and then just kind of the allure that it kind of has in terms of just games and other things. So, you know, thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment below. If there's a horror-based game that you like, feel free to comment and see if we can have an opportunity to play it. And then, last but not least, happy Halloween.
Yeah, happy Halloween, guys.
Take
Enjoy.
care.